I want you to take a look at this channel. I wasn't even planning to make a video about it. I actually stumbled across it one night completely by accident. You know how it goes, you open YouTube, click one video, and another, and suddenly you're deep in a rabbit hole. But before we start, my name's Amma, and I help beginners with Faceless YouTube channels that gain over 100,000 views, have the potential to generate some crazy income, all that need to show a face or use fancy equipment. Click the link in the description to pick a free call with me where we can discuss how I can help you. When you're researching content ideas, it's easy to go down a rabbit hole. But this time, something caught my attention. This channel is called Mr. Science and it only has 10 videos. The oldest upload is around 3 months old. But when I checked the views, some of them are already sitting at millions. That's when I stopped scrolling. I wasn't watching casually anymore, I started studying it. I looked at the titles, thumbnails, the video length, everything. And the more I analysed, the more obvious it became. It wasn't luck. This channel is growing because it follows a very specific structure that most creators overlook. What surprised me is how simple the core idea really is. There's no overly complicated storytelling formula, no chasing trending topics every week. It's just one narrow scientific angle that's repeated strategically and packaged in a way that both the viewers and the YouTube algorithm understand instantly. Over the past few days, I broke down the entire approach. How the topics are selected, why these videos are long but still maintain retention, and most importantly, how you can replicate the style to build your own faceless science or documentary style channel using AI and without having to guess your way through the process. In this video, I'm walking you through the exact workflow, not theory, not motivation, the real step-by-step process, all the way from picking a niche to publishing your first finished video. So grab something to drink, stay focused, and pay attention to the structure, because once you recognize the pattern behind a channel like this, you start seeing YouTube very differently. Now let's break this down properly. The first step is understanding why a niche like this works in the first place. After analyzing the channel carefully, I realized it doesn't just talk about animals in general. It doesn't even talk about wildlife broadly. It focuses on a very tight angle. Strange, extreme, and mysterious biology, especially creatures that feel abnormal, almost unsettling. Every single video follows a similar structure. It takes one familiar creature and frames it around a powerful curiosity hook. Not just facts about this animal, but something like, this creature is not normal, or how the species survives in conditions that should be impossible. That slight shift in framing makes a massive difference. It attracts viewers that love science, and also mystery, and also a hint of fear. Because every upload targets the same type of viewer, the algorithm quickly understands who to show these videos to. That leads to stronger retention and faster channel growth. The lesson here is simple, but extremely important. Don't pick a broad niche like animals or science. Pick a micro angle inside that niche. For example, extreme and terrifying animal adaptations. And repeat that angle consistently so both the viewers and the algorithm start to realize that's your type of content. And they associate your channel with that specific experience. So the next question becomes, how do you consistently find curiosity-driven topics inside the narrow niche without running out of ideas? This is where ChatGPT becomes your research assistant. Instead of asking for random video ideas, you give it clear instructions. You define your niche, your audience, and the emotion you want to trigger. For example, you can ask for micro niches similar to Mr. Science, and it will generate focused angles like animals that shouldn't exist, biological anomalies that shouldn't exist, and so on. From that list, you pick the one that genuinely interests you. But don't stop there, we need to validate it. Go to YouTube, search the niche, and analyze how many channels are actually using that niche. And most importantly, are they getting views? If you see consistent demand and manageable competition, that's your signal. You can build an entire channel around that single micro niche and stay consistent with it. By the way, if you need help creating faceless YouTube channels that generate over 100,000 views, which will generate you some crazy income, click the link in the description to book a call with me where we can discuss how we can help you. If you specifically want to operate in the same style as Mr. Science, the approach becomes even more direct. Copy the channel description or a few titles and paste it to ChatGPT. Ask it to identify it and define the niche clearly. It will usually break down into something like extreme or unusual animal biology. Once you have that clear definition, you remove the guesswork. Now you can confidently build within that space. The next step is topic generation. Provide the niche description and provide 2 or 3 examples of titles from other channels. When you do that, ChatGPT understands the niche and generates multiple fresh topic ideas that match with that angle. If the first batch doesn't feel strong enough, refine the prompt. What you want to do is adjust the emotional hook. Emphasize mystery or survival. Keep tweaking it until the ideas feel powerful. Once you have a list of strong topics, pick one and move forward. Now it's time to turn that topic into an actual video. Let's say the topic is why horseshoe crabs survived where everything else died. That's already a strong curiosity hook. Paste it into ChatGPT and request a long-form documentary style 4,000 word script. Typically, it will generate the script into 2 parts. That's perfectly fine because longer scripts improve watch time potential. After receiving part 1, simply ask it to continue with part 2. Then combine everything in a Google Doc. Don't just copy and paste it blindly. Read through it and cross-check simple facts, and adjust the sentences so the tone matches your style. And make sure to remove anything repetitive. The goal is to make it sound natural and cohesive, not robotic. Once the script is finalized, the next stage is the voiceover. You can record your own voice using a decent microphone or even your phone if the quality is clean and there's no background audio. Clear audio is non-negotiable. If you prefer AI voiceovers, you can use websites like 11 Labs. Paste your script, generate the audio and listen carefully. Add pauses where necessary and regenerate sections if the pronunciation feels off. Take your time here. Strong narration dramatically improves perceived quality. Once satisfied, export the final audio file. Now here comes the most important stage, editing. This is where the entire project either feels amateur or professional. First, gather visuals that match your script. Search YouTube for relevant footage and filter by Creative Commons to find reusable content. Always double check the license in the description before downloading it. You can also use stock platforms like Envato or Storyblocks, but that's only if you have the budget, of course. For images, Pinterest can provide reference inspiration. For AI visuals, tools like Google Whisk AI for images and Grok AI for short animations can help create custom clips for specific moments in your script. Organize everything in folders according to script sections, so everything doesn't become longer in the editing. Now open CapCut and import all your footage, your AI clips and your final voiceover. The first thing you should always do is drag the voiceover into the timeline. This becomes your backbone. Everything else will be built around it. Listen to the first few seconds and start placing visuals which match exactly what's being said. Don't just throw clips randomly. Align them intentionally with each sentence or idea. CapCut has built-in effects and animations. You can use the slow zoom in effect to help images feel cinematic instead of static. If you're using clips with sound, lower the volume or mute it. You always want your voiceover to be the backbone of a video. Next, layer in some background music. Choose something subtle and documentary style, which is non-copyright. Lower the volume significantly once you drag it into your timeline, usually between 10 and 20%, so it empowers the mood without overpowering narration. Transitions are important, but subtlety is key. Avoid using flashy effects. Use smooth crossfades or fade in and fade out animations using major points. At the beginning of the video, consider adding in a short fade in, combined with a simple sound rise to create dramatic effect. What I love about CapCut is that you can generate auto captions with a click of a button. Finally, review the entire video from start to finish. When you look through the video, you might find things that you have to tweak, and that's alright. Once everything feels smooth, export it in a high quality. Again, if you need help creating a faceless YouTube channel that generates hundreds of thousands of views, have the potential to generate some crazy income, click the link in the description where you can book a call with me and we can discuss how I can help you. And just like that, you've taken a single curiosity-driven idea and turned it into a full finished video. This structure can be repeated over and over again. The key isn't complexity, it's consistency and structure. If you apply this method properly, you're not relying on luck. You're building a system. Stay consistent with your niche and angle, and over time, the algorithm will start recognizing who your content's for. If you found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.